Hello. How's it going? Just a random live stream right in the middle of the evening in the UK, as you can see. Spare of the moment decision, so don't take the mick out of the outfit, alright? This is my robe. I was chilling in the evening, watching the Bitcoin Cash hard fork, and I was like, this final block, man. This final block is taking forever, right? I just got inspired to live stream, so that's what's happening right about now. So, this is why they call me the marketing monk. This is my monk's outfit. People call it monk's outfit. It's just a robe, really, but it kind of looks like a monk's robe, doesn't it? In any case, hello, everybody. Anyone who's online. It's not a coat. I know it looks like a fur coat, but I don't ever show this off, but I never intended to, but it's special occasion, so there we go. So yeah, so like I was saying, the freaking this final block, man, this is taking forever. Like if you look at the last few blocks, like that block there took 5 minutes, and I was thinking, final block, take another 5 minutes. I've turned it into flipping dark mode, so that's why you won't see that very well. Turn the light on, and now that block has took 36 minutes. What is going on here? So how y'all doing today? I mean, what time is it for you lot? It's 8:50 p.m. in the UK, so is my green screen working with this robe on? Yeah, it is, because it's a bit fluffy, isn't it? It's going to mess up. The hard fork will fork. Any minute now, literally. Like, look, we're waiting, look. This is CoinDance. Like, if you want this link, like, I'll give you this link. It's not a split, correct? Monitor hard fork here. So yeah, that's CoinDance right there. And then on the blocks page, literally look, we're 1 block away. 1 block. The next block that gets mined on Bitcoin Cash, the thingy, what do you call it? The upgrade will activate. So there's no need to refresh this page, because as I see, this page will refresh automatically. But this one is the blocks page, which you can get to from here anyway. You can just click on this big button here. But that's what's cracking. Wow, so much chat. I have to stop it. 8:50 in the States. It's 3:49 p.m. 3:50 p.m. California. Oh yeah. Also, let's look at the prices, because I've got Bitcoin US dollar on this screen. This is the 1 hour chart, and then on my other monitor over here, let me unpin it and move it over here. I've got Bitcoin Cash, because there was I was interested to watch the battle between the two. Whoopsie, I need to be over this side, don't I? I was interested to see the battle between the two. And right now, what? I mean, if you look at the daily, that's Bitcoin Cash on a little spindle on the go there. It's up on the day. See, there's this little mini uptrend here, a little tiny one. And it's butting its head right there around 1550, which is also green Fibonacci line. Which one's the green one? It's 50% Fibonacci line at 1550, oddly enough. So that's perfect. And it's a round number. There's also a fib line. So Bitcoin, on the other hand, it is struggling at around about 6,500. Yes, it is. If we look at the daily on that, that's its 23% fib line at 6,500. No, that's not right. That's not right at all. Is that right? Let me zoom in again. 6,500, did I say? Yeah, it is 6,500. That's right. That is correct. No swearing in the chat, otherwise I've got to move myself again, because YouTube will put you on a timeout. So I'm not doing anything. I'm just spectating, because it is spectacular. The other thing I've got up is, what else have I got up here? The Bitcoin Cash homepage, which is where you can get the official skinny on what exactly is happening. They've got no actual feeds or anything, but that's that. And then I've got Twitter. I've got a search on $BCH, so that I see all the tweets coming through from people talking about Bitcoin Cash. A moment of silence for the poor souls that believed in the flippening. Oh man. Bitcoin Cash on the 1 hour chart. Oh, that is the ugliest chart I've ever seen. That's horrid. I'd rather use Coinigy personally. But I've just been sat here watching things, watching the Bitcoin network. Yeah, it was struggling a bit there. 30-minute block, 30-minute block, 20-minute block, 1-minute block. So speeding up somewhat. And then what else? I was looking at the fork.lol. I was looking at Reddit. This is what I was doing before I decided to live stream, and I figured, hey, get some company, you know what I mean? People saying that BTC's under attack. Well, because like, you know, when you look at BTC.com, you've got this massive mempool. So there could be spam to incentivize people to use Bitcoin Cash. Cash is king. Funny. Bitcoin will always be king. Yeah, I don't think Bitcoin Cash will ever be called Bitcoin. It will always be called Bitcoin Cash. The question is, how widely will it be adopted? Bitcoin hodlers are far more numerous than Bcash holders, so there is no way majority can accept Bcash as Bitcoin. Not overnight. Even if it were possible, it would happen gradually, if you know what I'm saying. It's about noon, no, that's 5 to midnight, isn't it, in Nairobi? 11:54 p.m. What a mess. Last block was 42 kilobytes. Reminded me why we needed 8 times. Well, there's a big block. I've done it again. This is a big block right here. 8 meg. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not consistently full, so I think the reason people aren't using Bitcoin Cash is because of the stupid mining algorithm. You know what I mean? Hey Chris, how is Barbara doing? I don't know. I haven't seen her since Friday. Very sad. Very sad times. Hello from Bermuda. Someone retracted their message there. See that? Message retracted. What? Can I zoom in on this thing? This is what we were doing on the Endahash ICO, right? We were zooming in on the old chat so you could see it better. There you go. That's cool, isn't it? Nice. Waiting to buy BTC. Should I wait? Well, I'm quite surprised at how calm the markets are, yeah? You know what I mean? There's not massive swings, is there? So there's a rally for Bitcoin and then a pullback. And then there's, since sort of 12 noon today, Bitcoin Cash has been on a downtrend and it's now turned back up again. In fact, we could probably start drawing stuff on here. If we use the, where's the parallel channel tool? Here it is. We can do this kind of stuff. Weep. Little tight channel there. Nice phase 1, phase 2 action, and then it broke out there around about 5 p.m. and then it's been flat ever since. Bitcoin, sorry, that was Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin, on the other hand, not so straightforward. It's got more of a parallel channel like this. And that's actually a bit of a trendy channel, but that's sort of the range it's been trading in. And it's still somewhat inside that, isn't it? We'll leave those on. See what other tweets are coming out. There's quite a lot of them. You have to keep refreshing it. All those questioning why Bitcoin Cash is achieving what it is. Remember, what's going on is a business plan, not love for crypto science. When you're taking dollars, you need to get the ish straight. No emotions, cold trading. Okay, that's a fair comment, I suppose. It's it could be a business decision, but that would conflict with what Roger Ver says is his motive. You know, he says his motive, you know, is to bring Bitcoin as a technology to free the world. So, is he doing it for business reasons as well? I don't really know. How many blockchain orders are still backed up? Well, down here, we should zoom in on this as well. If we look down here in the bottom right, you've got on the Bitcoin network 117,000 transactions, roughly 117 megabytes, nearly 118 megabytes, but nowhere near that on Bitcoin Cash. I like this kind of network stats for Bitcoin Cash, actually. I don't know, are there any stats websites that would tell me how big the Bitcoin Cash mempool is? That's why I went to Bitcoin Cash homepage to see what block explorers and whatnot there is, but it's fairly poor in those kinds of resources. Like services, what's all this? I haven't actually explored all this. I know what coin payments is. That's to pay your bills with Bitcoin. CoinDance, of course. But CoinDance doesn't give us stats about what we got here. Mining breakdown. Nope, that's not what I want. I want to know how much is in the mempool. Don't really know. Still not mined that final block. What a pain in the bum. Making money is the real interest. Well, let's do a straw poll. That's always fun. Let's do a straw poll to the audience of, oh, hello. Now I've zoomed in the chat. I can't actually monitor the stream stats. I have to zoom back out a bit more. Anyway, 318 people in the house. Very nice. So that should be enough to do a straw poll. What is your main motivation for being involved in cryptocurrencies? Lambo? Mansion? Just money? Retirement? Saving the world? Freedom? Eradicating poverty? Turnip? What else? What could be the other morality? I suppose. What other options could I put on here? What other options could I put in the straw poll? Come on, give me some ideas. Any ideas? Any ideas? You can't put the words child porn in the YouTube chat. Sorry, I'm not having that. Even if it was a quote, you just can't say things like that. Well, I'll get to that in a minute, my prediction, but buy my wife a house. Okay. Buy people gifts. Financial security for family. This is the most unscientific straw poll ever, but it's just a bit of fun. So let's do this. Create poll. There we go. Vote in this straw poll now. To fight the NWO. I could have put that in there. That'd have been tax evasion. You can't say things like that. Well, actually, privacy. I can miss loads off. Doesn't matter. Screw it. Just knock yourselves out. Let's see what we've got then. Oh, it's so big it doesn't even fit on the screen. That's what she said. Let me just check. Oh, Bitcoin Cash is now forked. Well, right when I did the flipping straw poll, right? Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. This is bad boy. Look at this. This is fantastic. Now, does anybody know what turnip is? If you know what I mean by turnip, you get a prize. Buy people gifts, financial security. Who's winning? It's freedom. Yeah, freedom in general. That means different things to different people, but freedom really to me means it's the opposite of limitations or boundaries or rules, right? So we've got 1 Lambo, 3 just for the money, 6 people want to build a retirement fund, 3 people want to save the world. Freedom's definitely winning right now. 10 votes. Financial security for family. I would put myself in that category because, you know, I've been making it public recently that my primary goal at the moment is to make enough profit from cryptocurrencies to pay off my parents' mortgage. That's a goal I've been vocal about, which is for real. That's my #1 goal in cryptocurrencies right now, which would come under financial security for family, right? We'll leave that running for a minute, but what we've been waiting for has actually happened. Bitcoin Cash Network has now been upgraded to support the new mining difficulty algorithm. So now that has happened, let's look at the price charts and see what happens. So the immediate response to that, according to this, is the price is declining towards 1250. It's not as dramatic as I expected it to be. And and Bitcoin's going up a touch. But there we go. What's this? More information can be found here and here. That's Reddit, BTC, new posts. Let's see what's on there. Bitcoin Cash Network is now upgraded to mining difficulty algorithm. According to CoinDance, it's now been upgraded to support the blah 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 blah. That's boring. So this is Bitcoin Cash blocks, right? Let's just confirm that. It will have minded. There we go. 5 minutes ago. BTC Pop. God, that only took up 45 minutes. Can you believe that? You know? So, what happens now then? Make enough money to start a meditation center while helping the world's financial systems evolve. That could be sarcasm, but it could be serious as well. It's quite a good one if it's serious. BTC under 0.2. What does that mean? BTC will overtake Bitcoin as the real Bitcoin. This will take about 3 to 7 years though. Well, if it does happen, I agree with that time horizon. It's not a straightforward thing to do. It's a gradual process. B crash. That's what people have been suggesting. Oh, there's a B crash for you. Bada boom. There she goes. Now it's curious that I've drawn this downtrending channel because that resistance might turn into support. And why has that happened now the fork has happened? That's really fascinating to me. That's really fascinating. Why have the sellers waited until the fork has actually happened before selling? That's really curious. Maybe people didn't think, oh, Bitcoin's rallying now. Look. Maybe people didn't think it would actually happen or their network would explode or something. You know, I don't know. So that's it, boom. Bitcoin Cash has upgraded itself. Sweet. And now I bet Twitter's gone a bit mental. Will alts ever be back? The trouble is it's hard to keep up because that's going to refresh at the top of the page, but I can't. Yeah, Bitcoin fork, cash fork happened and it's dumping, someone says on Twitter. What about people? Why are people following me? Is that because of the live stream? They got the fork out. Roger Ver is selling his big hash. Oh man. So I keep forgetting to switch myself across to the other side of the screen. A lot of trades were on BitThumb. Office very peed off. Price of Bitcoin Cash under attack for propaganda purposes. It could be a shakedown. It could scare people off, couldn't it? Hey, look at that. You know what I was talking about there? I don't know if you can see that very well on the screen, but if we do this and this, that downtrending channel there, which was resistance, somewhat supported the price there because the low of that candle has bounced right off. Bitcoin's threatening 6,500, as you can see here. Because I've got them in separate windows, it doesn't show us enough detail. Get off. I don't want to touch the volume. Yoink, yoink. Oh, I've just moved the flipping wrong thing now. I don't want to do that. Just move my trade indicator. Oh well. It's fine. I've zoomed that in so you can see it better on the doodah. Let's have a look at the poll. Who's winning? Freedom is winning, for sure, with 17 votes, 28%. And in second place is retirement. How fascinating. So definitely freedom. Just freedom to do what you want to do, right? Just freedom, you know? Freedom to travel, freedom to make your own decisions, freedom to work when you want, do what you want. That's, you know, all the aspects of freedom. So that's come first place. Retirement is second place. I would argue that they're very similar. They're related, aren't they? Because retirement, you kind of don't want to work unless you have... Sorry, the other way around. You don't want to have to work. You want to work because you choose to work or do charitable projects or whatever. But when you retire, you do projects because you want to, not because you have to make money, right? So if you had a crypto nest egg, that'd be sweet. Financial security for family, again, same sort of thing. It's related to retirement, right? In that you don't want to be a burden to anybody. I certainly don't. Just want the money and then saving the world. I think it's hard to just pick one, isn't it, really? As someone's mentioned me on Twitter, in one of your recent videos, I believe you mentioned someone who predicted an economic downturn starting November 14. What was his name again? Okay, so it was the 24th of November, and his name is Martin Armstrong. And then what we need to do is go to Vimeo and go to the forecaster. I actually own a copy of this movie, so where would I find it? Where the hell would I find it? My videos, maybe. Nope, that's my Cryptoversity videos. Where on earth does it keep the stuff that I've purchased? Nope, there's all the course videos for the trading course. Nope, same place, on demand maybe. Okay, now I'm gonna have to search for it. The Forecaster. There it is. Story of Martin Armstrong. Bada bing, bada boom. You own this title. See, told you. Boom. Boom. Just help that fellow out. Bitcoin Cash down 33%. Is that right? I don't think so. Well, that looks awful, doesn't it? Zoomed in that far. Click reset on the thing. Now my hourly chart indicator looks terrible on the daily, doesn't it? Let's go back there. Still holding support. There's the 50-day moving average. Bitcoin's still not managed to bust 6,500 yet. Auto zoom. What else you're talking about? On demand, yes. The coat or sweater is awesome. Yes, this is my chill robe. Tony says it. Tony Dada says this looks like a. I can't remember. He says it looks like a fur coat. Oh yeah, Martin Armstrong, the forecaster thing. There is not enough air in Bitcoin Cash. Pump it up. Show the price action. Bitcoin Cash a dead cat bounce. Let's see. Could be. Yeah, so can we draw on this? Where's the paintbrush? Oopsie. Don't do that. I'm trying to draw a dead cat bounce here. There we go. Right. Dead cat bounce would be LA boink, boink, like that. Something to that effect. It'd be a fake out. Maybe I need to draw a better one than that. It might be like cat is up, cat is dead, cat bounces, it bounces, the fake out, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? What's a good colour to do that in? Yellow? Ah, nice. I should lock that in. Let's just leave that there, because it would be absolutely bloody hilarious, wouldn't it? If just drawn a bunch of extra lines now. It'd be hilarious if it followed something like that, wouldn't it? Squiggly. Bitcoin still boring. Is Bitcoin Cash dead? I don't think so. What we should do is see if it continues to mine blocks. You know, now it's got its mining algorithm doodah fixed. It'll be very interesting to see now how consistently Bitcoin Cash blocks are mined. Well, as you would imagine, because Bitcoin Cash have just forked, Coindance need to upgrade the software on their server to communicate with the network. So, yes, they're down for the moment. Excellent. Are they going to give us any data? Not a sausage. Nope, not a sausage. No, definitely not. You can't have anything. No. Well, we don't need the homepage anymore, do we? Definitely not. See what Twitter is. Here's a nice meme. What's this say? Oh, look, how cute. Little sausage dog. I sold my Bitcoin for Bitcoin Cash. Oh no, it's retarded. So obviously someone against Bitcoin Cash then. Dimitri says Bitcoin Cash successfully hard forks. Crypto Panic article. Whoa, what's this? A chat group or something? That's like a news feed. A Crypto Panic. Is this a tool or something? Kind of looks like a trading interface, doesn't it? This is my Twitter, people mentioning me. Crypto Kali. He's welcome. Good job was online, wasn't it? More tweets coming in. Bitcoin Cash is the most profitable crypto to mine. Is it? So usually CoinDance tells you these kinds of things. Let's see. Oh, it can't tell us because it's down, isn't it? Oh man, it's loading like a dog. It's loading like a dog. What am I drawing? A dead cat bounce. Yeah, let me put where's the text tool in this thing? Here it is. Potential dead cat bounce. There you go. This is going to take hours to resolve though, because these are hour candles. So you're looking at like this. Where's the measuring tool? Measure. That's bloody useful. Okay, it's knocked off. That's 11 hours that would take to resolve that, what I've just drawn there. Oh, so much chat. Coindesk are jackasses, why? Forked is forked, I have home confirmation. I'm mining the real Bitcoin. Well, we can't. CoinDesk have cut us off now, so. Roger Veer, the chill robe would clearly look better with BTC Core lanyard around it, would it? Roger moved his BTC to an exchange. He might cash out soon. They have plotted something to bring BTC in a death spiral. That is, I wouldn't be a fan of those kinds of dirty tricks, but they are possible, aren't they? Mr. Fattenscaper, you look sexy with the bathrobe. It's not a toweling thing. It's not a towel, it's just a fluffy robe thing. Can you draw a possible bullish scenario as well? Yes. So that's scenario A. Let me delete that time thingy. Let's see. I'll have to clear this up to do a bullish scenario. Let me clean this up. So I'm going to base this on, let's see what we've got here. Okay. Bullish scenario would be, it's not very good, is it? That could be a bullish scenario right there. And then if I clone this, make it into a parallel channel, that might be a bullish scenario. If I thicken this up just a touch, to make it even thicker. So that, and then if we use the brush, it could be, if this established itself into a trend, we'd have this kind of thing going on. And then your only stopping points really would be the fib levels, right? So red, no. Need to reset the pen, I suppose. Why does it do that? Don't do that. I don't want to do that. Get off. Select a different tool and come back to it. There we go. Right, so the only stoppers would be, that's the trend line tool. I don't want that. I want the brush. It's got to change the color again, isn't it? No, it's not. There would be a stopper. And there. And there. So if it could break those points, that would be all right. Huh, there you go. So again, let's measure that in terms of time, because that's going to take even longer to resolve. So that would take 30 bars or 1 day and 6 hours to get from where we are now right up there. But I mean, if that whole scenario panned out, and again, this is highly inaccurate, I've just drawn a potential bullish scenario, which would take Bitcoin Cash back up to the 2,200 mark. That's if, or it could be a dead cat bounce back down here to 825-ish. So there you go. Bitcoin Cash is going to die. I think it's less likely to die now. It's just had a mining fix. It was dying before when it got attacked with loads of mining power. And it got hyperinflated. Why did multiple exchanges have a DDoS this weekend? I don't know, mate. I want money that can be sent by radio waves so that no government can stop it. Well, that, Howard Roark, you want them Bitcoin mule tools. You heard of this? Bitcoin mule tools. Well, this is an article about it anyway. So this is... Nope, I don't want notifications. Thank you. Howard, stay there, mate. Don't go. This might interest you because that article talks about the mule tools and how you could potentially send Bitcoin transactions over Morse code or CB radio or whatever. Rich guys versus rich guys. That's the issue. Bitcoin Cash had a handful of miners. I like fork.lol. The trouble is it doesn't update very often. Oh, new Bitcoin block, new Bitcoin Cash block found. So this, if we refresh this, it's probably going to fall to bits. So there's the relative differences in hash rates between Bitcoin being the orange line and then Bitcoin Cash being the blue line or the purple line. And then down here, you can see over time, over the last 7 days, the split between mining power. So 7 days ago, Bitcoin had 77%, Bitcoin Cash had 22%, and then it went up. Bitcoin Cash was more dominant. And then within the last day, Bitcoin Cash has gone from 7.7% of mashing power. I was going to say hashing power, mining power. Mashing power to 18%. So that shows the battle for hash power. At this point, you see Bitcoin Cash had a lot of it. Like almost 70. What's that? What's the percentage? Really, 70% of the total. That's curious. This other one measures actual exahashes. So, yeah, Bitcoin is just absolutely killing Bitcoin Cash right now with almost 10 exahashes of power. And you can also check btc.com for this, where it shows the actual hash rate of 8.9. Still an enormous backlog of transactions, though. Absolutely unbelievable. See what you lot are talking about. Research flat earth. No, that's not interesting to me. It's honestly like hearing people argue against running water in favor of continue to drink from the stagnant puddle. Because we were drinking from the puddle first. Have you seen that other meme? It was really clever. Oh, that's great. Thanks, DuckDuckGo. That was really, really helpful. I should have saved it. No. There's probably tons of them. Maybe I should use Google. It was a brick wall and it had stopped the flow of Bitcoin. You guys have probably seen this. I just thought it was really artistic. Oh, there's probably tons of them, though, isn't there? Oh my goodness. If you guys find it before me, let me know. Sketch. There it is. Now, agree or disagree, I just think that's very creative. So you've got Bitcoin, and then this represents Bitcoin's growth, like growing. And they've drawn Blockstream. It has a big wall, and then some of the Bitcoin leaks around the side, And then you've got a hole, which is the 1 megabyte block size that allows a certain amount through. You've got a little dude putting up censorship signs when cracks start to appear. And then you've got the Lightning Network, which is under construction, which creates a channel. That's really creative to me. Agree or disagree? I just thought it was really clever. Fritz Casper says, what's my Twitter handle? Fritz. I'll do one better, mate. I'll give you the... Oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to link to my actual profile. Here is my... Done it again, sorry. Twitter profile. What else we got? What else, guys? What else do you want to talk about? 10 to go or 10 minutes late? No, Quavin. We are done. Bitcoin Cash has forked and CoinDance has fallen over to do some upgrades. Oh, it's back. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is absolutely fascinating. Look at this. Now, this is juicy stuff. So, Bitcoin Cash is currently operating at 14% of the original chain's difficulty. That means what? It's 6 times more difficult to mine Bitcoin than Bitcoin Cash right now. That's the thing. But Jack, it's currently only 0.5% more profitable to mine on Bitcoin Cash. So right at this minute, it's only slightly more profitable to mine Bitcoin Cash. This is really interesting. What's this one? Daily Bitcoin Cash profitability against the original chain. Okay, that's fine. Well, this should stabilize. That looks really wild, right? But now, as of right now onwards, this should flatten out quite a lot. Now, you'll have to forgive me, but I can't remember. Maybe they'll tell us on the Bitcoin the Bitcoin Cash website. I can't remember what the new difficulty adjustment algorithm is. I think they posted the actual mathematical formula, which I honestly do not comprehend, but here's the new algorithm. The new difficulty adjustment algorithm seeks to accomplish the following objectives. Adjust difficulty to hash rate to target a mean block interval of 600 seconds. So, or 600 seconds, which is, well, that's 10 minutes, isn't it? Yeah, it's 10 minutes. Avoid sudden changes in difficulty when the hash rate is fairly stable. Well, adjust difficulty rapidly when the hash rate changes. Okay, so it's not a fixed algorithm then. Avoid oscillations from feedback and be resilient to attacks, such as timestamping manipulation. So here we go. The algorithm is based on a 144 period moving average. So the difficulty is adjusted each block. Still, check this out. The difficulty is adjusted each block based on the amount of work done and the elapsed time of the previous 144 blocks. So it's 144 block moving average, which is 144 10-minute blocks, right? Very interesting stuff. To compute the difficulty, we begin with, oh my god, now it's going to get really technical. To get with the 3 topmost blocks and choose the one with the medium timestamp. Next process is repeated with blocks 144, 145, 146. And the medium's timestamp is again chosen from those 3 and blah, blah, blah. And then you can compute the actual difficulty target. That's fair enough. Okay. It seems a lot more, yeah. Well, they will have improved on it, won't they? They're not going to allow the same problem to happen again. Is the Cryptoverse on Steam it? Yes. Definitely. Here's my Cryptoverse. This is Steam it in night mode. Oh man, come on. Look, you can toggle this between daytime, nighttime. I'm having a game in nighttime, daytime. And as you can see, I joined bloody ages ago. May 2016. The trouble is now I'm going to be able to find that person who asked me if I'm on Steam it. Stop. There we go. There we go. There you are. What can I reply to you? Can I reply? No. You've got difficult names. S exclamation mark. There you go. Here is my Steemit profile. Bosh. Resilient against market manipulation? No. Well, that's beyond the scope of the... That's beyond the scope of what the technology can help with, you know what I mean? Because once it's on the exchanges, people can just do what they want with it, can't they? Sir Julian says, I think Bitcoin Cash will go far since Bitmain offers it as a payment for their merchandise. Do they? I didn't notice. So Bitmain are behind Bitcoin Cash, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, supporters of it, if I'm not mistaken. So if we wanted to buy an S9, for example. Well, this site's really slow. Maybe people are buying boatloads of S9s. 1,415 US dollars for a 13 terahash miner. Oh, what the hell? Well, it won't let me get to the checkout without logging in. No, I'm not doing that. Have you got your Bitcoin Gold yet? I have not got my Bitcoin Gold yet. I'm waiting for Ledger to update their wallet software. Oopsie. Where's the Ledger blog? Here. I haven't received an email from them yet. They promised here, look. In this article, they promised here. We plan to offer support for Bitcoin Gold on the 13th of November at the latest if the launch occurs as planned. And it did launch as planned with a couple of snags, but nonetheless it did launch. So you could technically, you know, is it like Bitcoin Gold website here, bitcoingold.org, I think it is. They have so you can use this tool to check the amount of Bitcoin Gold that you're owed, and then on the Bitcoin Gold blog, where they announce the blockchain being live, you can click this thing. Here it is. And here's the Bitcoin Gold wallet. So you can actually start syncing the blockchain. And then if you've got your private key, you should be able to give it to this client and unlock your Bitcoin Cash. I'm not a fan of that approach myself because you are revealing your private key. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'd rather use a hardware wallet. Do I support Bitcoin Cash? No. I support cryptocurrency and blockchains. Have you used the Brave browser? Yes, extensively. The only reason I'm not using it right now is because I rely on all these plugins like RoboForm, like the highlighter, text-to-speech reader, MetaMask, this IQ plugin, Skype, and this Dragon naturally speaking, you know, dictating plugin. So yeah, they're not all supported on Brave just yet, which is why I don't use it yet. Would you trust a coin backed by Veer, Wu, and McAfee? I'm not quite sure. Well, if you abstract that, Jihan Wu is the owner of Bitmain, so he knows his, what should we say, his ish when it comes to Bitcoin mining, clearly, because he runs, you know, the biggest manufacturer of mining hardware in the world. So that's that. That's his credentials. John McAfee is a well-known IT security expert, and then Roger Ver is what was the first person in the world to really recognize the potential in Bitcoin and start sticking his real money in it. So from that point of view, from their credentials, they are qualified to do this. Now, you can then move on from there and say, well, look at their behavior. Well, that's a different story. But well, we finished the hard fork. CryptoCoin says, how long more for us to finish this hard fork? It's done. It's done. Yeah, we should probably check the prices again. Bitcoin Cash lingering around 1,300. Bitcoin, no, still boring. Still not broke 1,500 yet. Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Cryptoverse. No, it's either on today's episode of the Cryptoverse, and then after the intro, it's hi there guys and welcome to the latest episode of the Cryptoverse. Paman Van says BTC just crossed 6,500. It didn't. Not according to the Bitfinex price anyway. It's still at 64.77. Bitmain equals Bitcoin Cash. The same misspoke. Under the price it is listed in other currencies. What's everyone anticipating? Pump or tank, like right now after the fork? My anticipation would be a Bitcoin Cash pump. Myself. I mean, I'm not gonna put any money on that, to be honest. So, and don't you put any money on it either, not on my say so. But that would be my expectation. It would depend on if this upgrade to the mining difficulty, if it does what it's supposed to do, then I think that'll bring a lot of enthusiasm. In fact, I think that's what caused the old, if we go back to the daily chart and turn all of the indicators off, I think that's what happened here, right? When SegWit to X got cancelled and then the Bitcoin hard fork was right around the corner, Bitcoin Cash, what am I talking about? When SegWit to X got cancelled and the Bitcoin Cash fork was just around the corner, Bitcoin Cash kind of took all of SegWit to X glory, right? Anyone who was up for bigger blocks couldn't previously take Bitcoin Cash seriously because of the wild swings in the mining difficulty and the fact that it kept hyperinflating. Whereas now it's got that fixed. If the upgrade works and it can keep Bitcoin Cash at consistent 10-minute blocks, well, I mean, that seriously changes Bitcoin Cash's positioning, right? This is why I'm gagging for to see some more blocks mined on Bitcoin Cash. Here we go. We're gonna have to let it settle down. Look, that block took 3 minutes. That block took 15 minutes. We're still gonna have to wait because this algorithm needs, 144 period moving average and all that. So I'm gonna have to wait till tomorrow, and maybe on tomorrow's episode of the Cryptoverse, there'll be there's a good 12 hours between now and then, so we can look at it then. How about we create an airdrop of Bitcoin Cash with SegWit and reduce to 4 megabytes? Oh my goodness. Nutcases. Can you tell us about the countdown on CoinDance? It's gone, isn't it? Lee Pateman. The countdown is finished. The fork has happened. How do you get Bitcoin Gold from Exodus? I have no idea. They will no doubt release instructions on that in due course. Mindy Lynn says, why am I the only girl ever? Why are you the only girl ever to what? To be involved in cryptocurrency? Joe says, ask Harvey Weinstein. That's not very funny. The podcast would be way more effective with some Georgian chant music in the background. How about this music? How about that? Ah, crudders. Sorry. It's yeah, I'm wearing a tree sloth. It's a skinned one. It tried to get away, but it was too slow. Someone says my Bitcoin Cash is in my Armory wallet. Hard to get it out. Wow, I haven't used the Armory wallet in a little while, so I can't really tell you about that. BTC pump was forecasted by Crypto Sniper. What's your take on that? I honestly have not heard of Crypto Sniper, but I'm also anticipating a pump if, like I've just said, if the upgrade that was just installed does what it's supposed to do and settles the Bitcoin Cash block time down to 10 minutes. Emma B, thank you. I think the competition is healthy. That's the attitude. That is the attitude. Now, that is the attitude. However, well, someone says I'm missing a cup of tea. If I had a cup of tea right now, I'd be a lot happier. Now, Emma says she likes the competition, so that's good. But as long as it's straight up head-to-head competition, we don't want none of this flipping, illicit sort of let's spam the network and then tip the scales in our favor sort of thought. But I suppose if you consider it a war, then it's amoral, I suppose. So anything goes. It's a tough call, isn't it? This is what splits everyone down the middle. This is why we have contention, right? Because it's like some people say you can't win by cheating, or you can't win by doing this or that, but it's not actually prevented by the technology, right? You can spam either Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash. If you pay the fee, you can do what you want. The network it's amoral. It's like, this is the service, this is the fee, go for it. And if you're willing to pay the transaction fee, you can send spam. It's not spam, it's just a transaction, right? You know what I'm saying? The Stunt Hamster says, I am a girl too. I wouldn't have guessed that from the username. The Stunt Hamster. Is that like a hamster that does like backflips and stuff like that? Please look at CoinDance, Bitcoin NYA. Yeah, let's have a look at that, shall we? Because I think the support for the New York agreement has been dropping off. There you go. We're down to 60% in the last week. And today's support is down to 29.9%. That sounds about right, doesn't it? Because when BitPico came out saying that they were going to continue with the SegWit2x fork anyway, they said they had about 30% of the hashing power, didn't they? So this is the SegWit2x hard fork, still 3 days and 16 hours away. Now, as CoinDance say here, even though SegWit2x has been called off, it still might happen. So they're going to continue the countdown until then. You know what I mean? All right. Ashish, you can have that one. Yeah, YouTube censored the word F-U-C-K. But you can have that one. Rich boys will manipulate the market, of course. They've got a profits incentive to do so. Let's close some of these friggin' tabs so I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, so the straw poll, out and out winner. Has everyone voted on that? I think we should have another go. Anyone just joining us, please vote in the poll. Why doesn't YouTube have a polling feature? Eggy says, I need money from you, please, bald head. Well, my bald head doesn't have any money. What else we got? Vetcoin is better than Bitcoin Cash. Coincommunity.co.uk. Love you. Who are you talking about? Me or someone else? SegWit2x has a website. Post the website. If Bitcoin Cash is not dead in 2 years, I will personally fly to Japan and take care of Roger myself. You mean take care of him? Oh, that's nice. Give him a hug. That should be nice. You should launch an ICO for this project. I will participate. Who are you talking about? I think I'll keep missing the chat a little bit there. Well done on saying it how it was in the last vid. Clearly problems that people don't see. Some idiots saying they'd rather pay $15 than buy Bitcoin Cash. This is what you're dealing with. Morons. Vote for what? Oh, sorry. Yeah, the poll here. You're just voting for why you got into cryptocurrency. So the question is, what was your main motivation for being involved in cryptocurrencies? Now and, you know, when you first got into it. And I see this is changing it, things. So what's the total number of votes now? 88 votes. Freedom's still winning. We've got a neck and neck between retirement and just money. Still Freedom's winning. Oh, you carry on with that while we'll come back to that in a mo. I bought Bitcoin Cash at 2,200. Should I keep it? Well, if you can afford to hold it until you get back to break even, then, you know, do that. Turnip for life. Cornelius. Do you know what turnip is? Someone tell me what turnip is. Come on. Vetcoin is better than Bitcoin Cash. I feel Bitcash is PayPal 2.0. Does anyone know what vote for turnip is? FOMO should have been on an option on the vote. Yeah, I know. I was just messing about. I missed loads of possible ones there. The live streams are really fun, are they? I mean, it's just the dude in the corner in the chat talking, right? At least there's a bit of interaction. But on the point about today's episode, I cannot believe this. I'm going to have to address this tomorrow on the show. But if I show you the inside of my YouTube channel here, look, this is today's episode, right? Exodus and Gemini say stop using Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash hard fork today and Bitcoin Gold launched yesterday. Look at this. This has to be a record. Record number of dislikes, but record number of likes as well. Kind of interesting. 390 likes and 53 dislikes. How interesting. This is really, really interesting stuff, isn't it? It's just unbelievable. I'm going to have to ask, like, what was it about that people disliked so much? Because look, you look at the... Sorry, I'll pop over to the other side. You look at my average dislikes. That one, 200 to 4, 288 to 7. Well, that was a bad one. 263 to 15. 15's a bad day for me. Like 7 dislikes, 6 dislikes, 6 dislikes, 6. 5 dislikes, 3 dislikes. Oh, that's a bad one. What was that one? 30 dislikes. What? Because I told people that Indahash had an affiliate program. Probably. Or maybe because I talked about Bitcoin Cash forks and I don't know. It's impossible to know. It's impossible to know. That doesn't really tell me anything, does it? Right? It could be just the one phrase in the whole episode that someone didn't like, and then all I get is that, right? Which is why I prefer a structured comment, right? And a well-argued point. So, yeah, 53 dislikes. That's got to be a humdinger. So I'm going to have to know, like, specifically what was up. If we look at the comments, let's have a look at the comments. Sorted by newest first. I wonder who's spamming the Bitcoin network, slowing it down. Where's the video of unlocking Bcash? Like, that's unlocking it. It's on the channel. I did one for Ledger Wallet, didn't I? This is far from a free market. Yeah, well, free market just means no one intervenes, right? So everything goes. That's freedom. Paul says Bitcoin needs to advertise to recruit some miners. They're all mining BTH. What's BTH? Either that or Bitcoin needs proof of stake. Oh, that's a bigger issue, isn't it? I think everyone should start using Litecoins, fast and cheap. Love the video. Your views are usually neutral. However, today seem quite biased. Yeah, of course. Because I look at both sides of the argument. One day I'll argue for Bitcoin Cash. One day I'll argue for Bitcoin. Then one day I'll argue for Bitcoin 2x and so on. The trouble is, new viewers show up. They watch one show and I think that represents my entire view on everything. It's just ridiculous. And no, the thing is, some people recognize this. That somebody like, I'm glad you remain objective. And all I was doing, to be honest, was showing people the data from like CoinDance and whatnot, and suggesting what might be going on. Because of the very controversial title, Mike says. All right, okay, I'll take that on board. Let's have a look. Well, because it said stop using Bitcoin. Well, it was in quotes, right? And then Exodus and Gemini did say that. So it's treading that very thin line, isn't it, as a YouTuber, in between not being too clickbaity and putting a title that attracts attention. There's a very fine balance. And sometimes you step over the line. Sometimes, you know, you underplay it. Sometimes you get a video that gets, I don't know, less views than you would like. Because I average 4,000 or 5,000 views. That was a big one. 12 or 13,000. But yeah, maybe it was the title. I'm willing to... Oh my god, Dave, can you believe that? YouTube have just held that for review. All you said was haters gonna hate. So I'll let that one slide. Don't think I'll let that one slide. That one's not particularly constructive, is it? Any news on Ledger Nano for Bitcoin Gold? No, not yet. Still waiting on that. Someone says I bought Bitcoin Cash at 4,500. From where? I don't think it ever went that far, did it? It was at $27.99 on Bitfinex, as far as I can see. See, Bitcoin, still boring. The market doesn't seem to care about this fork. This, to me, looks like a normal trading day. There was a bit of intensity. The volume is pretty normal. There was more volume back here. There's not like redonkulous volume like there was on Dash yesterday. If we look at the daily, look at that redonkulous volume. Boom. Dash is still maintaining above $400. Wowee. Oh, I tell you what. I did enjoy this. I watched the most hilarious video from Superman today. Let's see if I can find it. I think that guy's quite funny. He is very, very funny. And he's a Brit as well, isn't he? Where's Superman? As you can see, I'm subscribed to everyone. I watch everyone's stuff. Where's Superman? Superman, there he is. I think it was his latest video. This one. You gotta watch this. It's so funny. Best cryptocurrency tip ever. It's 10 minutes of pure joy. You gotta watch this. So the best cryptocurrency tip ever is buy and hold for the long term. That's basically it. But it's just the way he puts it across. It's so bloody funny. It's just his whole vibe. I like the guy. I've never met him. I've just watched his stuff. And what I've found is people on YouTube are really different than they are in person. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, who did I meet in Warsaw? Mike Kubera. So the guy that I knew from YouTube is very different to the guy in real life, because in a video you've got edits and it is very unnatural. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by what people are saying. What's that? Compared to most crypto YouTubers, this one is quite neutral and puts out good news. The Eternal Optimist. But so Mike Kubera, because I spent a good 2 or 3 days with the guy. We went out to dinner, we had like long, deep conversations. He's a really good dude, right? Just as a person, you know, a real good dude. And that's why I want to meet these folks in person. That's why you should meet me in person, because you're going to get a completely different view if we have a proper conversation versus just my, scripted, mind you. And then, well, I don't edit them because I edit them live, right? But if you met me in person and had some interaction like this, maybe that'll show like a more rounded view of me. So thanks. Who was that? I said NH Liberty. I'll mention you for that. NH. I'll shout you out specifically. That was a nice comment. Appreciate that. Tweet from Ledger. Coin Noob. Alert, alert. Tweet from Ledger. We'll have to search for it. Ledger wallet. Whoopsie. Wish I wouldn't do that. Ledger HQ. What we got? Look at this. 4 hours ago. Well done, Coin Noob. Bitcoin Gold Network is still having major problems with peering, i.e., connecting to peer nodes. Supporting won't be available today. We are actively monitoring the situation. Well done, Coin Noob. Even though I am following Ledger, missed that one. Well done. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick that in the news pool. So here's a behind-the-scenes look about how I come up with stuff for the Cryptoverse. So if I find a good news story, I'll pop it in the old news pool, and then when it's time to, when it's time to do a show, I pull stuff out of here. So here's some stories I've got in the news pool. Robinhood opens their beta coming up, I think tomorrow or something, open beta. So Bitcoin Gold still having some launch issues. And then I put the date when I added it, and then I monitor the age of the story, because after 2 weeks there's no really point in mentioning it, and then boom, done. Thanks for that, Coin Noob. Well done. Well done, well done, well done. I should give tips, shouldn't I? I should give tips. We'll do that next time. I'll get a bunch of Dash or Litecoin or something, stuff that confirms really quickly, and then we'll or even Steam dollars. That would be even better, because they're 3-second blocks, right? That would be cool. In fact, let's do that. Oi, Coin Noob, if you've got a Steam account, put your username in the chat, and I'll send you a Steam dollar. What the hell's B3 coin? Never heard of it. Maybe folks are still at work in the USA. Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock, right? What's the next catalyst for Bitcoin? Catalyst would be the Lightning Network. It's got a test net right now. I couldn't get the client to work myself. Storage is going to move in the next few hours. I did get an email from Storage. Where are you, London? No, I am from the north of England, in the Midlands. You should link up with Coin Daily. He's in the UK too. Well, get the hell out of here. Is that right? Coin Daily. Let's have a look at the guy. Is this it? The Daily Coin? The Daily Coin, the Daily Coin, the Daily Coin. thedailycoin.org. How do we know if it's in the UK? If this is the one you're talking about, let me know. The Coin Daily. What's your take on ASIC resistant coins? I think they're positive. I like the idea of one CPU, one vote. So, actually, on the point of Bitcoin Gold, that is the aspect of Bitcoin Gold that I applaud, is they are actually making attempts to return to one Bitcoin, one vote. Now, the question of am I going to sell my Bitcoin Gold? I did say on the show a few days ago or a week ago that I was just going to sell my Bitcoin Gold. I'm not going to do that. Well, no, actually, no, I didn't say that on the show a few days or weeks ago. I said I'm going to do exactly what I did with my Bitcoin Cash. I'm going to hold it until everything settles down. With Bitcoin Cash, that took about a couple of months, and then I sold my Bitcoin Cash and I bought EOS with it. So up until this big moon that Bitcoin Cash did, that was working out well because the EOS had doubled. But now Bitcoin Cash has sort of doubled or nearly tripled. Paul says, I'm in northwest London. That's quite a way away. Muffler says, I lost $5,000 because I shorted. Never short. Yeah, don't short cryptos because the wind is blowing in this direction. You could short an altcoin, like an obscure coin, I suppose. Eggy says, hi, boss. Who are you talking about? Crypto Kid taking the P, and there's what? Taking the P out of Jerry. I don't know who that is. I agree. Live chat is fun. Productivity at work is suffering. Uh-oh. William, you shouldn't be tuning in, mate. You know? Without US interest, cryptocurrency will die. Now, why is that controversial? This is the thing about my YouTube videos getting demonetized. It's it seems to have no sense to it. YouTube say that it's some kind of machine learning algorithm that identifies something in my videos as, you know, inappropriate for advertisers, but every time I've appealed it, a human has said, oh, it's okay, and they've reactivated the ads. So Crypto Daily, is it Crypto Daily though? Because this isn't Crypto Daily, this is the Daily Coin. Is it Crypto Daily? Crypto Daily. Okay, it's a different channel completely. There we go. Oh, he's doing all right. 38,000 subscribers. What's this? Bitcoin against Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash fanboys. What's this? Oh, it's a dual stream. Why have they both got sunglasses on? Oh, crazy mobiles. I do like Michael. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Oh, no, don't be like that. Someone says F Superman. Don't be like that. Why? What's he done? I can't believe Bitcoin 2X website is so ridiculous. Did you hear about the Bitcoin ATM getting stolen in the Netherlands? They thought it had Bitcoin in it. Well, that's funny. Dumbass. It might have had cash in it, though. Litecoin better than Bitcoin Cash. Okay. Well, Litecoin, you know, is... Oops, flipping chat. So what is Litecoin? Litecoin is a technically 4 megabytes every 10 minutes with SegWit, right? So it's kind of like half Bitcoin Cash, half Bitcoin. Because it's half Bitcoin in the sense that it's got SegWit, but it's kind of half Bitcoin Cash in the sense that instead of 8 megabytes every... Oh, it's not every 10... Yeah, every 10 minutes. It's 4 megabytes every 10 minutes. Interesting point of view, eh? Bitcoin Cash is an attack on Bitcoin, no innovation. Use Litecoin if you want fast and cheap transactions. Bcash should be put in jail for all this market manipulation. Well, that's the thing, it is above the law, isn't it? It's the law of the internet, which is the free market. We have Bitcoin in the Netherlands, agreed. Upstate New York. Yeah, F Superman. No, don't F Superman. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing for the cryptocurrency world. And actually, that video that made me laugh, which was today's video, while that was a clickbaity title, he did actually share a principle, which is buying and holding is the best way to go. And he used the example of, well, 2 other crypto YouTubers actually, who didn't hold their Dash, thought the Dash bubble had popped at like $100, And then, you know, Dash went like that. So that was interesting. So when did Dash move to about 100? It was just ages ago, right? So there, that big run there up to $100 or $200. They thought that crash, I suppose, was a Dash bubble popping. But as you can see, a long way from it. A long way from it. So I'm quite pleased to be still holding all of my Dash. What else we got? Well, I should probably wind this down. I mean, it's been an hour and 15 minutes, and it was only supposed to be an impromptu thing. And I've run out of water, so that's not good. And also, I want a cup of tea. So Julian says made fun of you, but we're going to do some comedy videos, right? I think you should just go with Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin Cash is just a bubble. Everything's up in the air right now, you know. Arkatan says, be careful with Bitcoin Gold. There are a lot of fake wallets. I downloaded one that started to change my send addresses. Yes, do be very careful with Bitcoin Gold. Only use official sources. Someone said they lost $5,000 in Bitcoin because of Bitcoin Cash. Watch the video on Soldier TV. And William says he is pretty funny. This is the thing, you got to let people be who they are, right? We don't want, you know, there are tons of crypto YouTubers, right? And we all bring something different. This was the main, or real deep conversation me and Mike Kubera had about, because he's really analytical, and by that I mean he really looks at all the numbers and analyzes the performance of his channel and so on. And I do a bit of that, but I don't do a lot of that. I do a lot less than I could or should, if you know what I mean. I could probably get a lot more views if I did, because he's on it, right? He's on it. He's on it like a car bonnet. But I'm like, well, my approach is to just kind of offer myself out there, you know, do me as best as I can, and then whoever's interested in that can come to me, you know, rather than me trying to find out the market and where the traffic is and that kind of thing. I have to do an element of that. Otherwise, I don't just want to be in the middle of a forest, you know, with no crowd, just talking to myself. Of course, I have to create content that people want to watch, but not at the cost of, I think, what would you call it? Authenticity? I don't know. Not at the cost of being not self. You know what I'm saying? That's why I wanted to do a live stream every week. I mean, this is unscheduled, so that's that. But the week in review thing, which I'm going to do every Sunday around 3 p.m. GMT, which reminds me, I need to put that as a recurring event in YouTube. Let me just set myself a reminder here. Recurring YouTube event, because that way I won't have to set up the stream every week. It'll just, you know, be there and you can subscribe to it and all that kind of thing. Can you get Bitcoin Gold on a Ledger Blue? Not yet. We were just talking about that. Lost the chat again. No, Bitcoin Gold's still having trouble. Okay, so B Smith says your other video has more dislikes because the title is "Stop Using Bitcoin." It's in quotes though. You know, that's my defense. Jamal says, I like Supper, one of the few putting their necks on the line. Yes, some coins he promotes get dumped pretty quickly, but he has made some great calls if you look at his older videos. That's the thing about sticking your neck out, isn't it? Sometimes you're going to be right, sometimes you're going to be wrong. And to his credit, he doesn't say he's right? He doesn't say he's going to be right about everything. I mean, check out on his trading course. He says that. I mean, even look at his free previews. He says, you know, you can't predict where the market's going to go, right? Today was Crypto Daily's first ever live stream, and it was with Box Mining Michael. Go. Well, I've been trying to organize a live stream with Michael for a bit, but doesn't seem to be happening. Yeah, Litecoin 2.5 minute blocks, so 4 every 10 minutes. Yeah, we should put our time limit on this. We'll do 5 more minutes. Let me time the damn thing. Otherwise, I'll be here all night. No, iPhone, don't update. So 5 minute timer on the clock, and then I'm out. Starting from now. Which Ledger wallet app you suggest to use for storing Bitcoin Cash? Well, there's a Bitcoin Cash app built into the Ledger, isn't there? There's the let's see if I've got it here. It's a Google Chrome app, isn't it? Yes. Yeah, this thing. They're here. This Bitcoin, oops, I haven't got this Chrome app, this Ledger Wallet Bitcoin app. You run this and then you can get your Ledger wallet. And then on here, you open up either the Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, or Dash apps, and then it works, right? So that's the one I use. I don't use this Ethereum app though. I use my Ether wallet with my Ledger Nano S. Let's see what else we got here. I am unsubbing because Chris would not denounce Superman as a pumper and dumper. He may be a bumper and dumper, but if that's what he is, that's what he is. He can do his thing, I can do my thing. What else we got? My gains in crypto knowledge have been exponential thanks to the Cryptoverse. Get in. Have you heard any news on audio coin? No, I have not. The Cryptoverse is number one, crypto's news is number two. I know. Which round is that? Okay, either way. Top two, good enough. Use 2 Ledger Nano S's. Think twice. Well, if you must know, here's my collection of hardware wallets. Try not to bash the mic here. What we got? Keep Key, Digital Bitbox, Ledger Nano S, Trezor 2, and Open Dimes. You seen these? That's Open Dime. This Open Dime thing. OpenDime.com, which are these little disposable hardware wallets, which are pretty cool. The guy that sells these is coming to Bitbrum, or actually organizing Bitbrum. So here's the mini hardware wallets. I'll just put these back. I actually don't use these other ones these days. I just use this. Fritz Casper says, thank you for your work. You are welcome. Right, let's check the 2 minutes to go. So I'll do the proper outro and you can get to... well, I can't talk about Open Dime, I've got 2 minutes. But I'll do the proper outro and you get to listen to the music as well. People seem to like that. What's your opinion on crypto? I like it gets out there, goes to the events. And also, I think he's a lot shorter than I thought. I'm probably a lot shorter than I look on camera. So when I saw him out and about, stood next to some of the people, I was like, damn, he's a lot smaller build than I expected. And that's what you probably figure out about me when you meet me in person. I'm like 5'3" or something, which you might not guess just seeing me on camera. You showed something on the back of your Open Dime paper. Did I? Oh yeah. It says this micro SD card is the recovery seed for Digital Bitbox. Because I used to have this in a little bag, but I don't use it for that anymore. I've got it somewhere else. Because you know the Digital Bitbox comes with a little micro SD card which has your 12 words recovery phrase on it. So rather than having to write it down, you activate this, pull the mini micro SIM card thing out, put that in the safe, and then boom, job's a good one. Thank you for looking out for me though. If I'd ever shown something dumb there, that would not have been good. Do I like Crypto's channel? Of course. Yeah, of course. He's doing his bit. He's doing his bit for the community, man. I watch all of his shows. I watch as much of my fellow YouTubers as I possibly can. You know, I don't know everything. I know very little in comparison to what can be known. That's Zen. You've always got to approach things with a beginner's mind. So I always learn stuff from those guys because they'll pick up a new story that I missed and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Bjork is adding audio coin to her new album. I'm talking to those guys. That was the timing, by the way. I'm talking to those guys about an interview. So I'm just trying to negotiate that right now. So as soon as I heard about the Bjork thing, I'm like, wow, that's boss. Let me get them on. So I've got, I think, the CEO and one of their developers, because I want to have half a technical conversation, half a business conversation. So yes, stay tuned to the Cryptoverse if you want to see an interview with the Bjork team who are doing the digital album thingy bob. All right. Rightio. Chris, enjoy your cuppa and buona notte. What's that mean? No idea. Anyway, in any case, nice robe. You need a monocle. I used to have a monocle. Where's the monocle? Crap. I did buy a monocle, actually, because someone said that in the comments and I bought one. I don't know what I've done with it. Anyway, Mindy's 5 foot. There you go. Maybe we should get together, you know, and then I could put my, you know, you'd be about my shoulder height, wouldn't you? Anyway, stop distracting me. I said 5 minutes. That's 5 minutes. Time to bail out. Let's do this. Oops. Oh, crap. There we go. Thanks very much for joining me today, guys. If you like this episode, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, get subscribed. Why not hit the bell? Because then YouTube will tell you every time I upload a new video. And if you haven't done so already, and you'd like to get access to my step-by-step online courses, they will teach you things like how to make and save money with Bitcoin. You can check out my website, cryptoversity.com. Alright guys, that is all for today. I'll be back in about 12 hours with the next episode of the Cryptoverse. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying thanks for joining me, everybody, and bye for now.